Good evening. Welcome to Soundtracks with Birdman. Boomer is still dealing with the after effects of Hurricane Ian. So Big Al Presents is stepping in and keeping his chair warm. How are you, Big Al?
Act, 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 act. Oh, sorry, wrong Martian. I'm,
Okay.
I'm doing, I'm
That's the
doing,
wrong thing, but that's okay. It's okay.
I'm just having a little fun.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right. Long day, but I'm here.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, lots of bouncing in the STS paratransit van,
Okay.
but I'm ready for the War of the Worlds. One of my favorite old films, man. Love this one.
I understand. Welcome to chat real fast. Go Team Ghost Planet Forevermore. How are you? Good to see you. Some guy called Professor Geek says, sorry, couldn't pop on to say hi. Alyssa is falling to sleep in the next room. He doesn't have proper what verb, subject, something agreement going on. He probably doesn't know much about the English language or writing. But thank you for stopping by, Professor Geek. Appreciate it. Um, that was a joke,
Yeah.
everyone. I know who he is. We're friends. I'm not being mean to some random person. If Professor Geek, if you can pop on later, this is like an hour and a half movie. Uh, You're more than welcome to pop on. I'm guessing you've read the novel a time or two, or you know some things about H.G. Wells. And I have misplaced my notes for the evening, so I'm gonna have to go off memory. Hopefully that will satisfy everyone. But thank you for popping in. Ooh, take thy beak from out my heart. Okay, I can make a rap song about that, but I'm not going to because it's not that kind of channel. But in all seriousness, if you're freed up later and the movie's still going on, you're always welcome to pop on. And it's always good to have you. You don't come on enough. In fact, I think you've only been on like once in like 2 years. So we need to fix that.
So have you is this a favorite of yours? You seen this a lot or
Yeah. Back in 88. That fall, Paramount was starting a War of the Worlds TV shows based on the
Mhm.
movie. And they showed the movie, on the local independent channel like the week before they dropped the pilot. And I was all psyched for the TV show. I saw like some behind the scenes things. I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. And it
Mhm.
was. So second season, which sucked. But anyways,
I did see that pilot for the first episode of a series. It didn't thrill me where they went with it though, from what I understand.
okay, well,
I really need to maybe see some more of the first season, but no, this film for me, one of the best double feature in a drive-in ever was the original Star Wars, and then they showed War of the Worlds. It
wow.
was awesome. At the local drive-in, it was the first time I saw this film was at a drive-in, and it was great. Just such a great experience. It it to me is still probably one of the best movie going experiences I've had as far as the films.
Never been to a drive-in.
Yeah, they're fun, man. I mean, it's usually get a couple, get a nice double feature. Get yourself some burgers, be a pizza in the car. Yeah, you do it right. And some people would bring out lawn chairs and sit in the back of their truck or anything like that. It's a great experience that sadly has been getting lost. And but they're still out there in some places, and I'd like to
Back
see some pop-ups happen.
back during the sickness time, we weren't supposed to go out of our houses and everything.
Hmm.
A local Broadway production company did like a drive-in theater show where they would just sing a variety of songs. And I went to that, and it was horrible. All the singers were like, "Look, y'all don't need to be singing. I don't need to be singing. Y'all don't need to be singing." And
Well, they were trying to do something fun, though.
They were. I mean, I'll give them credit for that. They were trying to do something.
Yeah.
But
Help people during the dark time.
this was in the summertime, and I was in the Miata, and they were like, you have to stay in your car. You can't get out of your car. And I'm just like, Lord. And it was hot. And I just like dropped the top down. And they're like, no, you can't do that. For germs. It's just like, really? 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 Okay, whatever.
Oh, that kind of thing I could see.
I'm out of here,
sucking the joy out of the experience.
A Miata gets hot in the summertime with the top up. There's not a lot of room in there for air circulation.
Mm-hmm.
But I went. It was an experience. I guess we can just leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Go team, Ghost Planet Evermore. Happy almost Halloween, everyone.
Yep, a great time of year. I love this time of year, right before
it is nice
Halloween. I know the day after tomorrow is a big day in my life, which is the start of the Hallmark holiday film season. It's this weekend, baby, 24/7.
Yeah, we'll have that channel on 24/7, right?
Well, maybe not all the
time. Mostly. Mm-hmm.
But very much, especially at night to go to sleep. I love to turn it on, just go to sleep to the movies, and just let them play all night.
I tend to put on The Accidental Tourist most every night when I go to bed.
The soundtrack or the actual film?
The soundtrack.
Yeah. Bet your go to sleep soundtrack.
For some reason, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. I used to one of my favorite things when I had a bad day, and I would go home. I would sit in my chair, put on my headphones, and pop in a CD, and just try to forget the day and just get lost in the music. And half the time, it was a soundtrack of some sort. I mean, because it also, not only do you get the music, but you get if you've seen the film, you get the visuals as well.
That's just right.
The memories of it. It's I know I'm not as much into them as you or your Batman cohorts, but I do love a soundtrack and score and other song type ones as well, depending on who does it, but it does help take away a bad day. And so does a good sci-fi movie when Martians are blowing things up.
Well, you ready to press the play button?
I am ready. We're starting at the 0 with the Paramount logo.
Yes, of course.
Cool.
And this is the 1953 version. This is not the Steven Spielberg version that came out in 2005, I believe. We're saving that one for next week.
And this is, if you don't have it, it is on Amazon Prime for free. So we're just starting at the Paramount part.
It's like $16 for it.
It's part of the Epics, I think, the Epics thing. But if you have Amazon Prime, it's free, I believe. I was able to watch it, and I know it's on Paramount Plus, I believe. If
I did get the 4K version downloaded. So.
Yeah,
and I think this film has always looked amazing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful film. I mean, it's so far really ahead of it. I mean, you hear it all the time. It's ahead of its time. It really was. With
Zoolander was so groundbreaking, so far ahead of its time.
Zoolander.
Oh, hey, Professor Geek, if you're still here.
That's a beautiful cover.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, I'm not saying that about them, but I'm saying as far as like the colors, the clarity, and the it's nice and symmetrical. I'm big on symmetry.
I haven't listened to it yet. Sleepy Hollow is getting played tomorrow morning when I wake up. I may wake up extra early tomorrow morning just so I can listen to it more.
That you said you didn't like the cover. I
I
like the
did
cover.
not. I did not care about that cover at all.
But you're right about the center though. That's a beautiful
Gatefold, beautiful.
beautiful
I, I
piece.
was
Yeah.
like, I need to order another one to frame that bad boy. But
I
yeah,
have to-
cover and the back cover. No.
I'm gonna have to watch that film. That is a good film.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
We should watch that before Halloween.
Yeah.
What day would that work for you?
Dude, well, depending on the time. I've only got visitors. I got my nurses come in. Usually, it's almost any other time, and I'm fairly malleable. I don't say that a lot, but
What about Professor Geek? Would he be available for a Sleepy Hollow rewatch as well?
that's up to the prof.
Well, you're a lot closer to him than I am. I mean, you've got his phone number. Wait, I got his phone number too. You're a lot closer to him than I am. So
Geographically also. So
that's
yeah.
true.
It's worth it. I know he loves that film. It does
Or
have
does he love Christina Ricci?
Well, that's not a bad reason.
Yeah.
Not a bad reason to watch that film at all.
No, it's not. All right, War in the World.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
We keep getting distracted here. I think people came for the movie.
Well, you brought up Christina Ricci.
All right, I'm at the 0 mark. Where are you?
I'm ready to go.
All right. 3, 2, 1. What?
Ta-da!
Paramount Pictures. What happened?
My audio on this is excellent. I love tanks like that. Those old tanks.
Old tanks? Yeah,
like the old, like World War I type tanks.
Yeah.
I just love that big boxy look. War of the Worlds. I just love the intro to this film. And he said this is Bernstein?
No, this is Lee Stevens.
Oh, Lee Stevens.
I'm probably saying the name wrong. It's Leith. I say Leith. Is that how you would say it?
Leith, maybe?
Leith?
It's L-E-I?
Leith?
It'd be Leith.
He did a lot of the science fiction films back in the day.
Except after C or it rhymes with A as in neighbor and way. So Leith, I don't know.
Okay.
God, that kind of dates. It's like one of those old school things you learn. I before E, except after C, or it rhymes with A as in neighbor and way.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
Yeah, just one of those old little spelling tricks.
But yeah, like I said, he did a lot of the science fiction films back in the day, and he did some episodes of Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, and I think Lost in Space as well.
Yeah, love the narration by Sir Cedric Hardwicke, who played the Pharaoh in Ten Commandments before Ramses took over. Ramses' father.
And Paramount spent some money on this production.
Mm-hmm.
I had it written down, but I cannot find my notes, so I'm not going to make the figure. But they spent money on this movie.
Some great matte paintings too, with these planet scenes.
So, which planet would you want to move to if you had to move to a planet?
The ones that we know of, or because you'd want to
Yeah.
find because you'd want to find it as close to Earth. Mars would be a fun planet to live on if you had the right equipment. It worked for what's his face in the Martian.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Thank you. That's a good little film. That's an underappreciated film, I think. A little long, but I enjoy it. Or I think it'd be cool to live on maybe one of the moons of Saturn or Jupiter. That'd be pretty to look at that all the time.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And we got the Ten Commandments on the marquee.
Well, it was a big film back then. Are you sure it was that? Because that didn't come out till later, I thought.
I thought it said Cecil B. Mill, Ten Commandments.
I know Cecil B. DeMille is, well, could have been something else too.
What else did he do?
Oh, he did all kinds of stuff.
I was being funny. And there's really not a whole lot of film score in this movie. Let's get that out of the way. There's maybe like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It's
A lot of it's sound effect.
yeah, and the sound design is just
A lot of boom, like blowing things up.
the sound of the ray beams on the Martian ships is just like I have to say iconic because I don't know another word to use besides iconic.
Oh yeah. Well, see, Ten Commandments wasn't until 56. I think it was Samson and Delilah because I remember seeing
Okay.
that thing in the background for that. That'd be a nice little camp to set up. Do you do camping?
No, not really. No,
I did a
I
little
slept in my
bit.
Jeep one time, but that wasn't really camping.
Yeah, I did a little bit when I was doing the medieval stuff. There's something nice about, I mean, kind of a pseudo glamping, like in between regular camping, but you
Yeah,
have,
I
have a decent setup.
last year. It was in like a giant like teepee, but it had power and water and
Yeah,
everything. But it got cold at night because it was just like plastic sheeting all the way around.
yeah. I had a little propane heater, and I had my propane stove and my air mattress. Nice little tent. Actually, one of the nicest camping I ever did was at a military through the ages. I just slept on a big old pile of leaves with a blanket on it. It was
Huh.
comfortable. Looking up at the stars, it was awesome. Like all the weird stuff you find on Route 66 in the old days. I love roadside attractions.
What if the guy whacking it with the shovel is what pissed him off, and they're like, "Well, these guys are crazy. We got to
Yeah,
wipe them out."
they attacked us with one of their weapons. We are defending ourselves with our with our lasers and heat rays. That's it, Daniel. They were just defending themselves. You know, he could have. These two could have, in another weird reality, have been Superman and Lois, or Clark and Lois. What do you think?
Yeah,
And you know, these two are in the Spielberg version as well.
yep, yep. At the end of the movie.
Yep. I do like that when they do it, when they do remakes, when they bring in some of the original cast. That
Yeah.
is nice. It's like a little member berry nostalgia thing.
Did you like Spielberg's remake of War of the Worlds?
Yeah, I did.
Did you like it
I
more than this version?
Oh no.
Yeah.
This to me is sacred ground. It was a very good up to date version of that story, and the sound effects in that movie are terrifying.
Yeah.
That sound siren thing. Because that's a big thing with being a lot of films. If you get the right sound that just hits you at that base of the skull and just makes you all tense.
I wonder what the kill count is in this film.
It'd have to be in the millions. They were devastating towns and cities and armies and
Go Team Ghost Planet says there's a War of the Worlds Superman crossover.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wonder if it's the same aliens, the same version of the uh, Martians and stuff. Because we're not to it yet, but I always love the design of the ships.
Yeah.
Ah, square dance.
Do they still have square dances in California?
I don't know. I'm sure there's still square dances, but
Wow, this film's about 70 years old. That just occurred to me.
Yeah, next year will be 70 years.
And how old were you the first time you saw this film?
Uh, and it was in my teens. I know that it would have been probably like 13 or 14, maybe.
Probably how old I was.
Huh?
That's probably about the time I
Yeah,
first saw it. I was probably
yeah. Like I
four,
said,
yeah, 14.
Star Wars was still out. Empire wasn't out yet, so it was pre-80. I got to give these guys credit. They were brave.
Yeah,
Stupid, but brave. I like the little teeny bottles. Nowadays, with our big old 16 plus ounce bottles, back
yeah,
then had the little like 5 or 7 ounce bottles was what they had. I still remember glass bottles at a vending machine.
yeah. I had vague memories of those. And that's one of the most awesome sound effects ever put on film, right there.
Yep. That little, because it's a great sound. One, you've got the continuing pulse, but then you have that little high pitched that come like every few seconds that happens. I'm not what to really sure what to call it.
You know, the ships were made out of copper, and they were huge. And do you know what happened to them?
No, what happened?
They were given away to a Boy Scout copper drive and melted down.
Oh
All of them, every last one.
man,
Yeah,
for copper.
yep. So they were recycled.
Yeah,
Yeah, um, it's a shame
yeah. I mean,
because if one popped up on eBay, I'm there.
yeah. It'd be cool to have like a little diorama, a little model version of it.
I bought a model of one of the ships back in high school.
Oh, cool. Still have it or?
No, I moving around in college. You know, little plastic models don't fare well with
Yeah.
move.
I remember when I was a kid, I built several enterprises from like the old AMT kits.
Yeah,
And
I had
to me,
huge
they were
ones.
toys, so I was playing with them, and yeah, they don't last long when you mess around with them like that.
I think the ones that last the longest, I had the big Millennium Falcon, and I had an Imperial shuttle. I think my X-wing survived, and like those were like the last three that I had. But even the next time I moved, they got just destroyed.
Ah,
I would like to see this on the big screen one day, just one time.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, it was cool seeing it where I saw it. Good night, ladies. I love the old like 50s colloquialisms like jeepers.
Cheaper. And that's not her real hair, according to the internet.
Oh, the wig.
Yep.
I can see that. Just happens to have a pocket compass.
Doesn't everybody? Let me get mine out.
I've always thought about. I always liked. They're like little. They look like watches, but they're not a watch. It's like a survival thing. It's got like the paracord and
Oh, yeah.
steel, the fire starter,
Hmm?
a little compass. Great. That's a great shot. Like goes right to the like dust. He's
I'm
like,
out
the
of
hell?
here. I'm leaving y'all behind.
I know. That'll teach you for running, you yellow belly.
So you think aliens would ever invade Earth?
I don't know if they would invade. I mean, if there's an alien race that is advanced enough to have interstellar travel, what would we really have to offer except food? Like, unless they would not want to eat us, just crack open the Earth for its
Hmm. Maybe
like
they need a
rock.
new home. You know?
Well, you would almost think they'd be able to build one, build like a giant ring structure or a Dyson sphere. You know what a Dyson sphere is, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I watched Star Trek Next Generation.
Okay, just checking. Just
The
checking.
episode with Scotty in it. Yeah.
Yep. What's the name of the episode?
Oh no, it's got Scotty in it. I mean,
Yeah,
they did a novelization of it too.
it was called Relics.
I thought
That was
people
like
were like disrespecting Scotty throughout the entire episode.
until he realized he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, I thought LaForge was being very dismissive of Scotty.
Yeah. Well, he thought he was a relic. That was the whole point. Hence the relics. Not only was the Dyson sphere a relic, but Scotty was a relic.
I guess Picard was decent enough to him in that episode.
Oh yeah, Picard had the utmost respect for him.
I think they could have done better than just a plain old shuttlecraft. He could have gotten a runabout at least. I mean, come on, people.
They might not have had a runabout on them. They just had those little shuttles.
Um, Something a
I
Galaxy
like
class
them little
starship
shuttles though. They almost
doesn't
look
have
like
at least 2 runabouts on it.
I don't know.
I'm
They
sure
didn't have
somewhere.
Did they have the
I'm sure.
runabouts at that point? Because the runabouts didn't show up until
Deep
Space
Space
Nine.
Nine. Yeah, maybe not.
And they all were named after rivers. They never do say if they got the plane.
I kind of get the feeling they don't probably miss very often.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to think that any alien that would visit here would be on the kind of like an ET, getting a little
Yeah.
biological samples and trying to stay out of the way. I always like a Jeep. Jeeps are cool. Oh, those look good. I'd like to have about a half a dozen donuts and a big old mug of hot chocolate. Ah, that'd be good.
I had some hot chocolate today when Rose and I went out. It was not very good hot chocolate. I went back. I'm like, "Are you sure you gave me hot chocolate?" And they're like, "Yes." I'm like, "Okay."
Are you a coffee drinker?
No.
I'm not either. I worked at a Borders with the cafe. I never got into coffee at all. I think I figured out why, because my mother wasn't a coffee drinker, so it was never around until
My
later on when my grandfather lived with us. He used to drink like instant coffee.
Yes. Yep. My grandfather would get up every morning and he would boil water on the stove and have 1 cup of Maxwell House instant coffee with 2 sweet loaves in it.
Yep. I don't know what he had with it. I know he had cream or milk or something, I think. I've always wanted to try to like Greek coffee.
What kind of coffee?
Greek. It's kind of similar to Turkish coffee.
Okay.
Same kind of concept. You make it in a little breaky. It's like real strong and control how much sugar's in it as well, depending on what you want. But you boil it and then you pour it off slowly, so you try to keep the grounds out. I think he says that. That's a job for the Navy, not my problem. I like the guy who plays the general, Les Tremaine. He's been in a lot of cool stuff. Oh, he was in the Monolith Monsters. Cool. So this wasn't the first landing, right? It's just the one that we
It's the one that we get to witness.
Yeah. I love it. He's a scientist. He's like, if they do it, it's possible. Military confidence. It's very ominous the way he said that. I like it. They'll move at dawn.
I wonder if dawn would mean.
Huh?
Does daylight mean anything to them? To space aliens like it does to us?
I don't know, but he's thinking as like a military man.
Yeah.
You go at first light so you can see what's going on. Unless you think like a gorilla and get them just before dawn, so you catch them with their pants down, literally. But yeah, going at dawn means you have a full good day of light to fight in. Love these ships. And it took me a long time. I never noticed it when I first saw it, but you do see the little pulsing legs.
Yeah.
Or the little beams. I never caught that when I first saw it. But it is such a cool concept. Because in the original novel, they're giant tripods. Yeah. So this is definitely an updated version of that.
They wanted these. They kind of crossed like a manta ray with a cobra to get the design of this ship.
Yeah. Well, you got the manta ray body, and then you got the cobra weapon.
Yeah.
It also kind of reminds me of an anglerfish. With the little lantern on its head.
Yeah.
Or are they called lanternfish? But you know what I'm talking about, so okay. This is a very sad and poignant moment. So what do you think of our leading lady here?
I like her. I think she's a good, strong character. She's got a master's. What did she say? Physics or?
Yeah. What about the actress Anne Robinson? Good looking lady.
Yeah, she's attractive. God, those ships are so beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, she's still with us too.
I would like to get like
born the day before my birthday.
What?
She's born May 26th. I mean May 25th. I'm May 26th. and she's still with us. I think Gene Barry passed away though, didn't he? Yeah, he passed away in 2009.
So, okay, now picture this: 4 foot wide.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how tall. Light up sound effects. Martian ship.
I mean, like for a display piece, you mean?
Yeah, yeah. Just have it in your house. Like
Oh yeah.
be like a nightlight. Or
Get it like a clear plastic legs that have a little
yeah.
glow effect to them. Oh, it's a priest. We can't shoot him. I mean, that was tantamount to suicide.
I
I mean, I knew what he was going for,
he,
but
he kind of
still,
had a point. I mean, before you start blowing everything up, maybe you should try to have a conversation.
yeah. I do like how they represent the force field.
Yeah.
Martians under glass. Now, see, that would be the full effect. Have like a glass dome over it. So all you would really have to do is dust that outside part instead of the whole ship in little
That's
nooks.
right. I like how you think.
I was like the photon torpedo sound effect. You are outgunned and outclassed, my friends.
Yeah.
And I like the fact they could just be marching, but they stay there to basically make a point. Like, we're just going to eliminate all this crap around us.
So, what was this movie rated back in the day?
G, wasn't it? Or did it even have a rating? Let me see. Oh, I hate it when Wikipedia makes the poster a little. I don't really think it had a rating back then.
Probably 8 for awesome.
That guy getting skeletonized was always probably one of the cooler shots I enjoyed. I got to give him credit. He was able to take off that close to them firing.
Yeah, that kind of was skillful, wasn't it?
If you hear any crunching, it's me eating some wheat thins. Like, let's blow this thing up just to do it. In Miami.
This is a pretty tight movie. I mean, it's like an hour and 25 minutes.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel, well, it seems like a very full movie, and it's almost like you don't really have the sense of time with it. Like, is it short? Is it long? I don't know. Just kind of like you experience it. Did I make sense at all with what I just said? Because even I
I
wasn't
think
sure.
so. Yeah.
It flows very well. That's what I was trying to say. Very good pacing and
And, 60% losses for modern warfare is unheard of.
oh, no kidding. Plus 90% material.
Yeah.
I like the deer running away too. There's a great look of shock.
I would imagine it was a long night in the ditch.
At least he has something to keep him warm. I like it. It's a nice quiet movie. He just sits there, looks at her, and he smiles.
And her character was in the TV show. You probably don't know because you only saw the pilot.
She must have been an older woman at that point.
She was.
Wasn't her, was it? The actress?
I don't think so, but I could be mistaken.
I'm gonna check. See.
The main character in the TV show is Dr. Harrison Blackwood. He was a PhD astrophysicist.
Oh my God! It was her.
It was her? Okay. But these two get married after the show, and they adopt one of his co-workers' child because his parents get killed in the attack. And he's the guy. He's the main guy in the TV show.
Oh, the adopted kid?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Ran for 2 seasons, 44 episodes.
Yeah, you don't need to watch the second season. They got a new producer, and he completely revamped the entire show, and all the fans hated it. It's just like changed everything. I mean, imagine like the second season of Star Trek was instead of being on the Enterprise, going out in space, everyone's got a desk job in Starfleet Command, and I mean that's the show.
They had the 2 main characters from the first season are killed off and replaced by mercenary John Kincaid, played by Adrian Paul.
Yeah, the
Highlander.
2 more popular characters got killed off. Yeah,
that was dumb.
Yeah, it was.
I like the callback that they do with the story later on.
Yeah.
That was one bad coincidence.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to have bacon in the morning. I saw frying bacon. I do love this when we finally get to see them.
Do you have the soundtrack now?
No. Does it have a soundtrack?
Yeah.
Or is it one of those like it's combined with several other sci-fi?
Yeah, it's combined with something else. Yeah,
that's cool.
The version I have is combined with Journey to the Moon, I think.
Cool. This is so creepy.
Yeah. Kind of weird, too.
It's all about the sound. The sound gives it that sense of dread. Definitely has that 50s, what the 50s thought the future looked would be.
I wonder if this prop survives.
Probably got melted down by some Boy Scout. Why can't the Boy Scouts just do cookies like the girls do?
Yeah.
Man, I haven't had Girl Scout cookies in a while. They'll find me a supply when they do them next. Put out a Facebook call. Wanted 2 boxes of Samoas. Should just buy the Keebler ones that bet the same thing. Wee! I like how his arms are up, like he's dancing.
Did you read the book by H.G. Wells?
I don't think so. I don't believe I did. If I did, I forgot it. There's a lot of old classics I never read that I really should. I joined Audible. I'm thinking about like every now and then buying like a classic and just getting a busted up old copy of the book and read/listen. I was never a good reader, and I figured out why, because I have that small squirrel syndrome thing. Squirrel, just keep getting distracted.
Kill it! Kill it!
Oh yeah, we'll show you. I'm surprised they just didn't blast it right then and there, but they have one of their guys in there. I will say, great alien design. Just enough human, just enough humanoid with arms, basically. But everything else is just so alien.
I like how the hand is just like.
He's like, "Hey, babe."
Hey, baby.
You're screaming, "Ah!"
It's alien blood.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. Modern women must hate this film because it's just like the hysterical woman. I'm surprised that took them that long to fire up that house like that. Look, they're going right towards me.
Uh-oh. Better watch
Right
out.
to right to Maryland.
Do you think this is a better alien invasion movie than Independence Day?
Uh for my money, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of Independence Day. I thought it was a little too much, too big, too bombastic. You know what? You know what I mean?
Yeah. A little too Will Smith.
A little too Will Smith. Little too. Oh, look! Anybody can fly a fighter jet. Although they were able to defeat the aliens in a similar way as this one, although it was a computer virus as opposed to a regular virus. It's like Independence Day 3. This time they have a VPN. Isn't it VPN? That's what it's called, right? I like it. They're up in Greenland for some reason.
I hear it's pretty, you know? I mean, wouldn't you go to Greenland if you had the opportunity?
Oh, I would, but like you look at, I think they were just using it as a set. I don't think that's actually where they were. But you imagine like being the Martians, and you like sit down. It's like, okay, we'll kill. Where's everybody? It's like a section of like Siberia. Nobody's there. Like two people in 100 miles. Yeah, but you don't have that many bombs at this point.
Sorry?
The strategy of using the atomic bomb, they drop the one. Even if it did work, you wouldn't we wouldn't have enough bombs at this point in history
Yeah.
to take care of all of this. Then
I
we
guess
get
you
the
would hope that
Russians
that would just
involved.
make him like stop and think, be like, maybe we don't want to do this. this alien blood.
And so they're physically simple. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be funny if the Martians were still able to see through it.
That would be really freaky.
I love the look on her face. It's like, ah! She did not look happy to be that close to that thing.
I don't think I'd want to be that close to it.
Failed design, sadly.
Well, the stealth bomber is about the same concept.
Yeah, they've always tried to. They were always working on developing basically a flying wing, a full contained ship. Have you seen the designs for like the Aurora project and stuff like
No.
that? They're basically trying to develop a triangular shape that it doesn't look like it has wings, but just looks like it's a fully incorporated vehicle, and it just happens to be aerodynamic and has able to get lift and stuff like that. I think it's called the Aurora Project. Did you see Top Gun Maverick?
Yeah. Duh.
Yeah, it's the thing he was flying
Okay.
at the beginning. Like how you said that, duh. Duh.
How close are you to DC again?
I would give it a good hour. Well, hour, depending on traffic. I'm sending you a picture of one of the concepts of an Aurora
Okay.
project. And 'But I always did like the flying wing concept. Eight, seven. I'm surprised the Martians didn't just take a pot shot at the plane.
Yeah.
Whoa! A little too close for comfort there, buddies. Go Team Ghost Planet saying Mars attacks aliens versus War of the Worlds aliens. Who would win? I think the Mars attack aliens would win. Although, I don't know. I think the Mars attacks have better. Their ships can actually fly as opposed to need the magnetism the way they get there.
Yeah, I think
You
more
know,
where they got cooler ships.
be a good fight though. That'd be a great one of them little death match videos. No pressure though.
Yeah, you got to beat them.
Beat them like Jim Brown was fighting them in Mars Attacks. That's one of my favorite scenes. Was like sitting there and boxing them.
That movie is pretty silly.
Yeah, it's fun though. It's a fun silly.
Have you looked at the cards that film was based on that came out in like the 60s?
Yeah,
Yeah, those are pricey as all get out.
yeah, cool artwork though.
Yeah, very cool.
Some of it quite provocative as well. Yeah, I used when I was doing. Well, I mean, it's still there on Facebook. Maidens and Monsters.
Hmm.
Some of the some of the pieces from it I posted. Yeah, they like the alien stealing a woman or doing something. That's a page I haven't posted to in a while. It's like a forced death march into the
Yeah.
mountains. Oh, I love that old time school bus.
Did you ever drive a school bus?
Only like in the yard, like backing it up or turning it around. I'm never on the road. My mother was a school bus driver. I don't know if you knew that, but there was always one there, so I had access to it, but I never actually drove it. It was a stick, so I could never drive a stick, so I never learned. I was an automatic man.
They shot these scenes on Sunday mornings because there wasn't much traffic in Los Angeles.
Oh, cool. This infuriates me.
Yeah, that would be a bad situation for sure.
Yep, the last minute idiots are trying to get out of there. I just want that guy to eat a heat ray right in his face.
Yeah.
You're killing us. You're killing all of mankind. I wonder how much the set designers had to put all the trash on the street. It's like just get a bunch of the newspapers and spread them out down the road. Pacific Tech.
ever been to Los Angeles?
Nope. Furthest west I've ever been is Detroit or Lansing, actually.
So they actually
No,
built like a miniature LA for all these
yeah,
things, but the miniatures weren't exactly all that small. They were about the size of people. The buildings were just huge.
cool. He's nuts.
Yeah, that right there was a model that they just destroyed.
Yeah.
So you think you would go to church if the world was coming to an end?
Uh, yeah, I think so. I find being at church very centering, very peaceful. My church, that is. Yeah. St. Francis Xavier.
I think I would probably just stay at the house with the wolf pack.
Yeah.
I'd definitely be praying, but I think I would.
Oh, yeah. Well, realistically, I'd probably be just here,
Yeah.
wherever I am, and just be praying. And it's like, well, we found a gigantic asteroid 300 miles across is going to hit the Earth in 3 days. I know one thing, I'd order a lot of pizza. If I'm going out, I'm going stuffed.
And milkshakes.
Oreo milkshakes. Oh, and Oreos. Just order Oreos too. I never thought about it. I could see myself actually doing that. As if, of course, if that was still in place. I gotta get to this guy. He must really like that girl to be looking for her like that.
Yeah.
Would you be braving an alien attack to get to the girl that you're in love with?
Yes. because that's how Birdman operates.
There you go.
I mean, there's a certain, there's a certain peace with that person. I would rather be with them if everything's going to hell. So
Yeah, because chances are the cable's going to be out. Electricity can't watch unless you have a good charge on the computer.
yeah.
Sylvia. I still love that it's the same effect that they use for the photon torpedoes in Star Trek. Whoops.
And the ship goes down.
Just lost in each other's arms. Now, do you feel at all sorry for the Martians at this point?
No.
I always did a little bit, like a little hand crawling like that. Like, I'm dying. We were just looking for a new place to live, and the guy hit us with a shovel. We had to kill you all.
Okay. They came here. We didn't
Yeah,
come there.
no, I know, but there's a little bit of sadness, I think, at what happens. I mean, yes, we're terribly excited to still be alive, but such a lost opportunity to
Mhm.
find friends in another world, kind of thing.
I remember when the Steven Spielberg film came out. I was talking to a coworker about it, and they were like, "It was stupid that they just died, just like out of the blue from like bacteria and stuff." I'm like, "What happened in the book? That's
Yeah.
stupid." I'm like, "Okay,
Okay, well, write your own alien invasion book and see if you
yeah,
become as popular
well,
as H.G.
yeah.
Wells.
Why don't you go write like one of the classics of science fiction literature ever?" And humanity was saved.
Yep. By the same thing that is killing us now, little viruses. If only
Different ones, my friend.
if
Well,
only the
we're not having that
Martians were
discussion.
wearing face masks.
Yeah, we're not having that discussion. So we're not gonna do that.
Yeah. Go Team Ghost Planet saying Jack Kirby's Skrulls are like 50s B movie aliens. Yeah, sort of. But I always like these. I also like the aliens from. Come on, Al. What's it called? Oh, the Saucerman, the Saucerman one.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Oh, what is it called? Dang it.
Well, everyone, next week we'll be doing the Steven Spielberg version of War of the Worlds, and the week after we may be doing another version of War of the Worlds. We're just having a War of the Worlds month here.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Invasion of the Saucer Man.
Invasion. Yeah, Boomer had this whole fancy October thing planned out, and then Ian happened.
Well, you know what? Horror movies is good for any time of the year.
Okay.
Aliens are also good for Halloween, so
yeah. I thought we would just save what we had originally planned for next year. So.
Well, that'll work too.
It was going to be like the Jerry Goldsmith month of horror movies, but just kind of took that and transposed it to the Batman show on Monday afternoons with Eric Woods, Ian Clark, and myself. We've been going through chronological order every Jerry Goldsmith horror score that he has written. We've worked up. I'm sorry.
It sounds like you guys are pretty across the board. That Omen is kind of the top.
I think the Mephisto waltz is the top, but as far as a collected body of work, it would be the Omen. Yeah.
Omen, okay. Yeah,
but
I've never seen Mephisto waltz. I gotta watch that.
You can listen to the score on YouTube, and it's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love a good horror score. I'll tell you that.
Well, you need to check that out tonight before you go to bed. You can have nightmares about
it. Just what I need.
Did you ask Professor Geek? Did you hear back from him about Sleepy Hollow?
No, I didn't actually, but okay. I will. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Okay. But if not, you and I can knock that out between now and Halloween, I'm sure.
That is true. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a Wednesday night. Whatever night works for you, we can figure it out.
Yeah.
Except for Saturday, because this Saturday.
Except for Saturday. Well, Friday and Saturday is hard for me because it's just.
That's a big work day for you. Yeah. Like I said, Friday nights at 7 my time or even 8 for a shorter film are good because I don't want to cross into Troy's show just out of courtesy.
I understand.
But, that's always an option if you ever find yourself low, home early or something and want to crank out a movie. That's always a good time. I'm gonna try to find somebody for. I don't know about this week, but maybe next week find one and knock out a fun horror film. But Saturday night got a fun one, Piranha 1978. So stop on by Big Al Presents 10 o'clock Saturday night and watch little fish nibble at people.
Yeah. Everyone, check out Big Al Presents if you're not already subscribed. And come back Monday for part 2 of Jerry Goldsmith's horror scores, starting with Poltergeist and then working our way forward. And next week, War of the Worlds, 2005 version.
Which is also very good. Very, very good.
I think it's okay. I don't think it's great. But
no, it's not great, but it's entertaining and
it's entertaining.
Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah. We'll discuss it next week.
Yeah.
But everyone, I'm
Great
sorry.
Great sound effects.
Yeah, it's a good score by John Williams as well. I know people think that it's like a forgotten work from his, it's overlooked, but I think there's a lot of merit to the score. But we'll save that for next week. Adopt, don't shop. Keep listening to great film music, and we will see all of y'all soon. And check out Big Al as well. Good night, everybody.
Good night.